Today, I'm going to take us through the 6 core features of SmartBlox. At a high level, there are 6 core features. The first one is the chat. So, when you first log in, you need to start a conversation with your colleague and contacts. Maybe I want bases at the beginning, and then you expand to a group discussion in virtual workspaces that we call binders or shared areas. So here I started a one-on-one chat with a colleague of mine, and I'm going to propose to bring in another colleague and have a group discussion about a project XYZ. So I'm going to propose the group discussion, XYZ, enter, and then I get the confirmation. Great, so now I'm going to go fetch another colleague of mine by going to Contacts, finding him, and then pressing Check. Then I check his availability to join into the group discussion for that project. Ready for a group discussion on project XYZ? And he confirms his availability. So now I go in and create in that virtual workspace or room by clicking on the plus sign and then selecting Group Chat. Then I'm going to give a name to that workspace. Let's call it XYZ Project Binder. So I'm going to type it here, XYZ Project Pointer. Then I'm going to invite my 2 colleagues by selecting them. Here we go. I can even customize that binder by giving it a cover image, each image colorful, which represents the subject of the discussion. Yeah, I'm going to select this one here. Yep. All right, now everything is ready, so I just go and click on Create. Once I do that, the discussion area is going to pop up with the 3 attendees into the discussion area. We can chat together, exchange messages, and by the way, all messages are encrypted with military-grade encryption, so all your conversations are secure. We can share files and documents and do presentations and more. Every one of those virtual meeting rooms can take from 500 to 1,000 users. Alright, so the second feature that we're going to talk about is the ability to compress and share files, open and queue for these files, annotate over those files, and manage them folders. So, for example, here my colleague have asked me to share an order form for project XYZ, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to add it to the binder. So to add a file, I need to place on that click on the plus sign, and then I have a variety of options to pull the file from. I can pull it from the device desktop itself, or from within the SmartBlox application, from other binders, or I can even access it through the web or iCloud, or do wide wordings and Microsoft-like notes. In any case, I'm going to pull in the content into the existing repository, and in our case, I'm going to pull it from another binder. So when I bring in the file into the workspace, all members get notified about the inbound file, and the file enters the shed and sits within the communication till the communication is contextually paired with the content. When I click on the file and open it, I have a variety of tools that I can use to annotate and draw attention to key aspects of the page. So I'm going to do a pointer. Let's go ahead and make it red so we can point out 2 line items. I'm even going to do a rectangle around those line items to help highlight them even more. And I can even put in notes. I can even drop my signature in as well and save voice tags that sits on the page that other party members can see. Here, I'm putting in some notes. Yeah, there are a lot of things I can do, so then I save, and it goes right into the binder where everybody else can see everything I did. The third feature I'm going to talk about is the ability to record and share screen clips. So if I want to share dynamically what I've done on top of this document with my team, I can simply click the record icon, and in seconds my voice would be layered over the page where I can actually access the exact same annotation, the tools I was using before, and point out exactly what I've done. So I can say, hey, look at these 2 line items that we need to work on. I'm going to draw them and give them a different color. I'm going to use a yellow in this case. I'm putting a yellow arrow, and now everybody, when I pause and stop the video, is able to view the actions that I've done in real time, just like so, and I can save this into an existing workspace and share it with a lot of grids. Yeah, so everything I'm doing now in yellow is going to be recorded into an MP4, and it'll be saved in the binder so that other colleagues can see it. Here you go. I press save, I give it a name, and the clip goes into the binder. So now when it's embedded right into the S-Blox chat, where it is again timestamped and saved so that others can view it again, I can open the file, I can click the record icon to access this MP4 clip feature, and I can play it. Here you go, I'm playing it now. Now I'm just going to click play, and it plays everything I did in a form of presentation or a video that anybody in the chat area can play at any time and see all the notes that I've done. Now over time, this persistent chat will become quite lengthy, and even though every line item is time-stamped, and there's a global search and specific binder search that allows me to use the multi-layered search protocols over time, I might not remember the name of this file 6 months from now, or even a year from now. So if I move to the File tabs, I can actually view all of the content that I've uploaded in chronological order, stripped of all the communication. And now I can even kick particular files, or I could create folders for them. So now let's go ahead and create a folder that I can manage all of the content that I have in the cloud. All right, I created the folder. I'm going to put in now the files I've done and the MP4 as well into that folder. I'm going to call it XYZ invoice photo, so things become more tidy, and this way I can track and find the files quickly, so it's a very orderly manner. All right, here we go. Okay, so the fourth feature I'm going to talk about is the ability to share tasks in your online meetings. You might wish to capture action items for your team, so you can simply jump to the To-Do section, and when you do, so you can say XYZ task, for example. Click Enter. Assign the task to different team members where that's most relevant. And I can even add contextual attachments from earlier in the presentation. So now my team knows exactly what I need to do, they know exactly what I've done, and the best part is that we haven't even jumped into an online meeting yet. Yep, my to-do list is finished, and it also sits in the discussion area so that other party members can see it. Now, if all the previous asynchronous communications isn't enough, and users want to escalate onto a real-time discussion, our fifth feature, Online Real-Time Meetings, allows us to do just that. The way the communication works today, it's either a scheduled meeting or it might be an ad hoc meeting, and if it's an ad hoc meeting, you'll be sending messages back and forth. So now I'm going to escalate into an asynchronous discussion into a real-time synchronous discussion. I'm notifying other team members that I'm going to do so. So the first thing you're going to do is send the message, and when other party members agree, you can jump into an ad hoc meeting or scheduled meetings as you might prefer. Launching an ad hoc meeting will automatically open up this new meeting screen, or a new tab, where I can engage with other participants in real time, using audio, video, screen share, file sharing, the remote desktop control, all simultaneously. If I wish, I'm going to click, so as you can see, once I initiated the meeting, all team members are dragged into the meeting, and we can immediately talk and share files and screens, as well as both video and audio. We can even do whiteboarding. You can share your screen. We can do video. We can even text over a real-time discussion, so it's different from the text in the chat area. It's just in the real time, and it's for participants to do side notes on the sides of the meeting. So, all right, now I'm going to end the meeting. All right, last but not least, I'm going to talk about S-Blox search and the profiling feature. User's profile is an important media to enhance communication and workflow across the organization. It allows customized searching with desired fields, for example, contact, information, hobbies, expertise, skills, and more. Users enter all necessary details about them in their profile, like their contact information, education, location, background, network, expertise, talents, skills, and more. Now, anybody can search for and find the right person for the right job with the right skills or expertise, and can communicate with them and reach them immediately. You can also add them to your network and expand your network of contacts. So here's this. I'm entering more information in my profile, and it's really detailed information that you can enter. Here I'm entering my mobile phone, entering some tags like I think that I would like to announce about myself, like my capabilities in cybersecurity or networking. That way anybody searching for those, I'll be one of the candidates. Also, in the expertise, I'd like to add cybersecurity and networking. Expertise is also a field that's searchable, and then I save. Now here, I'm going to search for maybe somebody who has tennis as a hobby. Maybe I want to play tennis and I need to know who in the organization plays tennis. So I can see that I wish here is my candidate. I can click on him and dig more into his profile and know more about him. I can add him to my network, so I'm adding him as a colleague. All right, that's his profile, so I know more about him, his background, who he knows, his details, and so forth. I could send him an email or even call him directly. I can even search for somebody with a talent, like an expertise, and that's a call center. So I click call center so that I find that Sheriff is my guy. Here, I add him to my network, and maybe he's my manager, so I put him under category manager. So he pops up immediately in my network. I can dig into his profile, check out who he is, what his background is, and so forth. Alright, so thanks for watching today's video on how to use the 6 core features of S-Blox: the group chat and file sharing, the annotations, the file management, task management, online meetings, MP4 clip recording, and search team profiling. Thank you and have a great day.